through the gates of hell, as we make our way to heaven through the Nazi lines. Primo Victoria!
What is up, everybody? How is it going? Welcome back to World of Tanks. I have one question to you guys. Would you like to get one premium vehicle that is a lot better than the version that we have in the game at the moment, regular version, but at the same time it is going to make a lot more credits and a lot more experience, and it looks cool as hell. In my opinion, this vehicle looks cool as hell, with a lot of Easter eggs that it has to offer. I have to say, this premium vehicle is one of the coolest ones that I remember in the near future, at least. With all those special additional things like spikes in the front of the vehicle, that camo looks really sick in my opinion. Camo slash paint job slash color, that grey color is really fitting. The camo, as I said, is awesome, and that paint job as well on the sides. Actual Sabaton crew members with real names, and that Brothers in Arms icon, guys. How was Wargaming able to think about that? What do you think? I do not know, but at the same time, as I said, it is a lot better version of the Centurion 1, because this vehicle actually has a turret armor as well. But luckily, do not worry guys, Centurion 1 is also getting buffed. But I simply couldn't resist using this opportunity to say that it is, at the moment at least, it is a lot better version of the Centurion 1. So if you would like to get a lot more credits while looking super stylish, super cool, this vehicle is for you. And in today's episode I am going to talk about this upcoming Primo Victoria Premium, Tier 8 Premium Swedish medium tank, and I try to let you know everything you need to know about this vehicle. What is good about this tank, what is bad about this tank, how to play it, how not to play it, and so on. So without further ado, let's get right into the action. So, as I said, this tank has a lot of special things going on with it. For example, this camo, this paint job, as I mentioned before, is really amazing. Swedish flag on the side, and we have some Easter egg-ish stuff over here as well. For example, those guitars. Yes, those are guitars in the back of the turret with Sabaton logo. And those spikes are really cool, and all the plating, and I really like how this Centurion 1, Swedish Centurion 1 actually looks. Now this is a special paint job version of the upcoming Strv 81, which is Tier 8 Swedish medium tank, premium medium tank, standard one, that you are going to see soon as well. And of course guys, as you can see, we have actual Sabaton members as crew members on this vehicle, which is Primo Victoria, named after one of their most famous songs, by the way, as well, I should mention it. But as you can see, crew members and crew sounds are special as well, that you are going to hear soon. Just wait for that a little bit longer. So starting with Major Broden, who is a commander on this vehicle. Moving up, gunner is Hannes Montal, who is playing drums in the band. Chris Rörland over here is a driver who is actually playing guitar in the band. Moving on, Per Sundström, a radio operator who is playing bass, and Tommy Johansson or Johansson is playing guitars as well. But over here, this guy is a loader. So this is the crew, and by the way, yes, I should mention it once again, Band of Brothers, not Brothers in Arms, Band of Brothers, and this logo is amazing once again. Little details, I like it a lot. I believe we can all say that this tank is going to stand out because it has a lot of special things going on with it. But what about Strv 81, which is exactly the same, non-painted or non-special version of Primo Victoria? Yes, it is going to make you a lot more credits than standard Centurion 1, for example, or a lot more experience. But for what? Because we do not have that many medium tanks in the Swedish tech tree at the moment. I believe we have starting from Tier 4. Yes, this is a medium tank, this is a light tank. So Tier 4, Tier 5, Tier 6 and Tier 7. Starting from Tier 8 we have heavy tanks. So there are not too many tanks you are able to train your crew for. In before Swedish medium tank line in the batch 9.21. Maybe. I do not think so, but maybe this is the best way to start training your Swedish medium tank crew, because at the moment this tank is over here just because it is super special, super fun. It is going to make you a lot more credits as well. But before I am going to get a little bit deeper into this tank, I have to say it is not my cup of tea. It is not my playstyle of a medium tank or my specialty. Maybe it is something for you, but after watching this episode, hopefully you are able to figure that out. And as this tank is pretty much copy-paste version, or sorry, upgraded copy-paste version of the Centurion 1 that we have in the game at the moment, a regular tier 8 British medium tank, I am going to compare Primo Victoria to the Centurion 1. And as you can see from this list, Strv 81 is also available in the tank comparison system, but those two tanks are almost identical to the Primo Victoria, with only one difference, and this is camo difference. I believe thanks to that special camo that Victoria gets, Primo Victoria gets. So I am going to compare those two tanks to the regular Centurion 1 just to show you how similar those two tanks are. And you can see a lot of green because everything is exactly the same, besides one thing. Under firepower there is only one key difference. So let's get going, while you are enjoying some gameplay action on the background, of course. And now average damage per one shot 230, which is pretty bad, which is actually quite awful, but I believe they are going to compensate with fast reload time. And all those stats over here are with 100% crew, as always, without any crew skills, without any equipment, consumables or other boosters. So, average damage per one shot 230, average penetration 226. Penetration is actually quite okay for a tier 8 premium medium tank. Rate of fire 8.34 rounds per minute, reload time 7.19 seconds, turret reverse speed 37.55 degrees per second, gun depression is really good, minus 10 degrees of gun depression and 18 degrees of gun elevation. You are able to use this minus 10 degrees of gun depression quite nicely, and you are able to use your awesome frontal turret armor. Moving on, aiming time 2.21 seconds and accuracy is 0.32. Accuracy, aiming time, yeah, not too bad, but for this kind of alpha damage, for this gun caliber, I really cannot see any worse aiming time and accuracy. And average damage per minute is, well, it is okay at the best, 1919. And as you can see, everything is exactly the same with regular Centurion 1. Aiming time, accuracy, DPM, gun depression, gun elevation, all the other things are exactly the same. But there is one key difference that you are not able to see from here, as I mentioned before, and this is shell velocity. Primo Victoria is using APCR as a standard round, with exactly the same penetration, by the way, as on Centurion 1, but Centurion 1 is using AP round as a standard round. On Primo Victoria, your shell velocity is 1300 meters per second. And on Centurion 1, your shell velocity is 1020 meters per second shell velocity. So almost 300 meters per second difference. And by the way, I should mention that premium penetration with premium APCR version on Primo Victoria is 258 millimeters of penetration. So yeah, not that epic of an upgrade, but still something. Anyway, overall firepower, what I can say, well, I'm actually not a huge fan of this gun, I have to be honest with you guys. I am big alpha damage gun guy, I have to say. 230 alpha damage in nowadays world of tanks. Trading has a pretty huge part in every single fight, I would say, and trading with 230 alpha damage, yeah, you have to play this tank a little bit differently than you are playing your 390 alpha damage guns. Of course, well, this is pretty obvious. But guys, let's move on, and next up, let's talk about that survivability. This is what makes Primo Victoria super awesome tier 8 medium tank compared to the Centurion 1. because this tank actually had one really good turret armor. As you are going to see from this clip I am going to play on the background. You can count all those bounces if you want. And by the way, look on the enemy side. Someone is testing out Strv-81. What do you know? What are the odds that I'm able to face Strv-81? Pretty amazing, isn't it? But talking about survivability, 1450 hit points, hull armor 76mm thick, 50 on the sides and 38 in the rear. And I have to say, hull armor is complete garbage, complete and utter garbage. This tank is all about the turret armor, or this tank's survivability is all about the turret armor, because your frontal hull armor is getting penetrated even by tier 8 light tanks and some tier 7 tanks as well, with quite low penetration guns. So do not count on your hull armor, please. Yes, that slope adds some effective armor value, but it is still not good enough, because 76 even on paper is kind of paper armor. But talking about the turret that you are seeing doing some work on the background at the moment, 254mm thick frontal turret armor, 88 on the sides and 88 in the rear. Compared to the nowadays, or compared to the current Centurion 152 side and rear turret armor is the same. But guys, do not worry, Centurion 1 is also getting buffed, and hopefully with patch 9.20. Sadly, at the moment I do not know the latest information about 9.20 and about British tank buffs, but I hope those buffs are going to happen in the patch 9.20, so this vehicle can have as good frontal turret armor as its premium brother from another mother, from another country. Now, moving on into the mobility, Primo Victoria is going to be 50.8 tons heavy tank. It is actually a lot heavier tank than Centurion 1, I guess because of that frontal turret armor, extra armor, but at the same time its engine power is also a lot better. Extra 150 horsepower engine, 900 horsepower engine on Primo Victoria and 750 horsepower engine on Centurion 1. Specific power is almost the same as well, 17.72 on Primo Victoria, and Centurion 1 has almost exactly 1 horsepower per ton less power to weight ratio. Top speed is the same, 50 kilometers per hour moving forward and 20 moving backwards. Traverse speed is the same, 37.55 degrees per second. Concealment, stock concealment is a little bit better, but as I said at the start, most likely because of that special camo you get right off the bat. And this is the only difference between Primo Victoria and Strv-81, as you can see yourself, or maybe you cannot know what I'm going to show you on the background at the moment. And finally, view range spotting, 400 meter view range is also really good. So this was Primo Victoria on paper. Now let's see how beast this vehicle can be with ventilation, with medium caliber tank on rammer, with vertical stabs, with a lot of crew skills, with this amazing Brothers in Arms logo that you get from the get-go. And what else? And with food as well, of course, and without any directives, because I do not have any at the moment. Reload time is under 6 seconds, but it is still nothing too crazy for this kind of alpha damage gun. So 5.93 second reload time, 40.95 degrees per second traverse speed, aiming time almost 2 seconds, almost exactly 2 seconds. Accuracy is under 0.30, which is awesome, 0.29. And average damage per minute 2326, and boosted traverse speed 46.2 degrees per second, and you are able to boost it with a lot of different crew skills and equipment units. And camo 25.99, because I have some camo skills active. view range with this kind of setup without using any binos or coated optics is 462. And this is one really good thing about this vehicle. You were able to cross that 450 meter view range without using coated optics or binos. You were able to get it over 450 thanks to the situational awareness and recon skill on your commander. Situational awareness is obviously trained on Sandström, on radio operator, as you can see. But now let's play one live battle as well, and let's see how this tank feels in action, in live action, because I believe this is what you are interested about as well. Let's go. Well, once again I have to state the fact, this tank looks bloody sexy. I cannot get over it, and oh shit, oh where the hell I am going. I am such an idiot. I'm looking at this tank, and yeah, actually this is a little drawback, because it is so cool. I have to look at it all the time and I really cannot see where I'm going. Anyway, let's see. We have, oh, nice matchmaking actually. Only 3 tier 9s, 5 tier 8s, and all the rest of the guys are from tier 7, which is awesome. Let's push up. Now this map is actually good for my turret, for my gun operation. I'm able to use reach lines, I'm able to use all kind of things. And I think we can be a little bit more aggressive versus that IS-5. Come on, come on. Nice, I was able to get away. And this guy is not able to get away, so let's move on. J-Panther 2 is running away, as expected. By the way, at the moment I am playing with food, as you can see, just to bring you the maximum, I don't know, this tank's maximum, I can say that, but I actually do not recommend using food on this vehicle, because believe it or not, but I have been put on fire too many times. I really cannot say how many times, but I can say that it has been way too many times. For my taste. Ooh, hello 1375. Ooh, nice tracking. Hopefully saves our dude. Am I really able to get full spotting and full damage at the same time? That was just lucky. That was just super lucky by me. And no penetration. Ooh, hello artillery. I am able to use my gun depression. Quick shot. And my turret armor is working. Oh, commander hatch hit. Yet another tank. Okay, this seems to be a pretty decent battle for this vehicle. Let's pick up that kill as well. That guy is dead. But our J-Panthers, J-Panther and J-Panther 2 are getting wrecked. I cannot... Oh, I can see that, but let's try to put that guy on fire, maybe? 226 millimeters of penetration should be good enough. Oh shit. Oh shit. Please do not shoot me, please. Oh, okay, of course you are going to shoot me. VK-45 O2B. One of tier 9 vehicles. Nice place to stop. Come on, shoot me, shoot me. You can do it. At least they did not put me on fire. Critical hit. Going to track you the second time. I don't have enough alpha damage to track that guy with one of my shots, and he was able to put yet another shot into me. Okay, well played, well played. What else can I say? What else can I say? D29 and ton. Okay, 15-4 victory. Hopefully you were able to see this tank in live action as well, or hopefully you were able to get something from this battle. Casual first class, I really did not do that great. But 81,000 credits profit, guys. 81,000 credits profit. Yeah. Really good credit cow with only 2.2k damage done and 2000 damage to my assistants. And guys, this is our newest tier 8 premium medium tank from Sweden, Primo Victoria. Special premium medium tank, Sabaton special edition with a lot of special things. Yeah, I really do not know what to say about this vehicle. As I said at the start, this is not something for me, for my cup of tea. This doesn't fit into my cup of tea. Because of that alpha damage, I don't know how I feel about... Yeah, this is just my playstyle. This is just my playstyle. It doesn't have anything wrong with it. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't have anything wrong with it. Yes, it makes you a lot of credits. Yes, it is cool. Hull down, in hull down positions, you can get a lot of bounces. And people are surprised that Centurion 1 can actually bounce stuff, but yeah, not for me. So, this was my preview, my review episode about this vehicle. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was informative. Let me know if it was. Let me know what you think about this one. Take care and bye.